Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news alright, folks. Today we're diving into some recent developments that could really shake up the Giants' season. You know, the NFL is a league where every inch counts, every play, every decision, and right now, the Giants are facing a pretty tricky situation at the linebacker position. And if you've been following the team closely, you know that injuries have hit them hard in the first couple of weeks of the season. It's been a roller coaster for the Giants' defense, especially inside linebacker, a position that's crucial for both stopping the run and defending the pass. But what's interesting is how the team is responding to this adversity. They're bringing in veteran linebacker Neville Hewitt, a guy with a decade of experience, to help stabilize things. Now, this move was first reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter on September 16, and not long after, the trusted Giants insider Art Stapleton from North Jersey. Confirmed that Hewitt was indeed joining the practice squad. It's a smart move, given the circumstances. The Giants have been hit by injuries at the inside linebacker spot. Micah McFadden, who was initially expected to be a key part of the rotation, is now on injured reserve. Darius Musow, who had shown promise, suffered a concussion. Chris Board, another crucial piece, is dealing with a chest injury, and Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles has a calf issue. That's 4 injuries right at the start of the season, and it's really hampered the team's ability to maintain a consistent linebacker duo. Injuries in the NFL are part of the game, but when they pile up like this early in the season, it tests the depth and resilience of a team. The Giants' initial plan was for Micah McFadden to team up with Bobby Okereke, who's been touted as one of the team's most important players on defense. Okereke's leadership and impact are supposed to be the backbone of the inside linebacker core. But with McFadden out and Musow's concussion, the Giants had to scramble to fill the gap. Against Dallas, we saw Darius Musow and Chris Board split snaps, but that lack of cohesion in the middle of the defense has shown. And of course, that's reflected in the team's overall defensive struggles, giving up 40 points in Week 2, which is not what anyone expected from this unit. This brings us to Neville Hewitt, a guy who's been around the league for a long time and has faced similar challenges before. Hewitt, a 10-year veteran, has played for multiple teams, including the Miami Dolphins, the Jets, and most recently, the Houston Texans. His experience is exactly what the Giants need right now. Hewitt is known for being a tackling machine, especially during his time with the Jets in 2020, when he racked up an impressive 134 total tackles over 16 starts. That kind of production, even if he's not a full-time starter anymore, adds valuable depth and leadership to a Giants team that's searching for stability on defense. Hewitt's stats tell a story of consistency and toughness. Over his career, he's amassed nearly 500 tackles in the regular season, along with 5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions, and 16 pass breakups. While he's mostly been a reserve linebacker in recent seasons, his role with the Giants could be similar, coming off the bench, providing veteran guidance, and stepping in when needed. That's exactly what the Giants need right now. His ability to read plays and his tackling prowess will be critical for a team that's trying to shore up its run defense and pass coverage, especially with the pressure mounting after that Week 2 debacle. So, why now? Well, it's clear that the Giants recognize the severity of their linebacker situation. The team's defensive coordinator Shane Bowen has come under some scrutiny, and for good reason. The defense was supposed to be a strength heading into 2025, but the early results haven't been what anyone hoped. The missed tackles, the missed assignments, and the inability to stop the run or contain opponents in the passing game have raised eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. Okereke in particular has been a focal point. The team paid him big money, around $40 million, and expectations were sky-high for his impact as a leader and playmaker. But unfortunately, his start has been a bit uneven, with missed tackles and some struggles in coverage, which have contributed to the defense's overall inconsistency. Now, bringing in Hewitt isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding someone who can step into the fray and provide that veteran voice. Someone who's seen it all and can help younger players like Micah McFadden or Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, should they get healthy again, to understand the nuances of the game at this level. It's also worth noting that Hewitt's presence in the locker room and on the practice field can be a calming influence, an example of professionalism and resilience, especially for a team that's trying to find its identity after a rocky start. Looking ahead, the Giants face some critical moments. They need to get their defense back on track, and that starts with shoring up the middle. The linebacker position is the heartbeat of the defense, and right now, it's beating irregularly. The players on the field, like Okrek, will need to elevate their game, and the coaching staff will need to get creative with schemes that can mask some of the personnel issues. But having a veteran like Hewitt in the mix gives them a better chance to stabilize and adapt quickly. It's also interesting to consider the larger picture here. The NFC East is shaping up to be a competitive division this year, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys showing strong performances. The Giants need to stay in the fight, and that means overcoming injury setbacks and maintaining a resilient mindset. The addition of Hewitt might seem minor on paper, but in a league where depth and experience often decide close games, this move could prove pivotal as the season unfolds. Every tackle, every play of leadership, and every bit of experience he brings to the table could be what helps the Giants stay afloat during this challenging stretch. And of course, fans are eager to see how this will impact the team's chemistry and performance moving forward. The defense, which was supposed to be a strength, now faces the challenge of overcoming injuries and inconsistency. The coaching staff will have to adjust, find new combinations, and get the most out of their players. Hewitt's role will be interesting to watch. Whether he's called into action more frequently or remains a depth piece, his presence alone boosts the team's confidence. In the bigger scheme of things, this move signals that the Giants are still committed to competing, despite the early setbacks. They're not throwing in the towel. Rather, they're making strategic moves to maximize their chances of turning things around. The team's leadership, including head coach Brian Daboll and GM Joe Scone, will be looking for players to step up and fill the gaps. Hewitt, with his veteran savvy, could be one of those players who makes a difference when it counts most. So, what does this mean for the fans? Well, it's a reminder that every season is a marathon, not a sprint. Injuries happen, players step up, and teams adapt. The Giants have shown resilience before, and with Hewitt now in the fold, they have another experienced piece to rely on. It's about building that depth, that mental toughness, and preparing for the ups and downs that come with a long NFL season. The NFC East is no joke this year, and every game is a battle. But with the right mindset and the right personnel, the Giants can turn this around. Now, for the upcoming games, the team will need to see how quickly Hewitt can integrate into the defense and contribute. It's not just about filling a roster spot, it's about making an impact on the field. The coaching staff will be watching closely, evaluating film, and adjusting schemes to get the most out of their new veteran. And fans, your support is more important than ever. Every cheer, every chant, every share of this video helps keep the energy high and the focus sharp. The Giants have a tough road ahead, but with a united front, they can overcome these hurdles. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. In conclusion, this move to bring in Neville Hewitt is a smart, strategic response to the early season adversity faced by the Giants. It's a story of resilience, experience, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. The Giants are a team that's always fighting, always looking for ways to get better. And even in tough times, they show that they're ready to adapt and overcome. The next few weeks will be critical in seeing how this veteran addition influences their defensive stability and ultimately their season. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's see how this chapter unfolds in the ongoing saga of the New York Giants.